Do you want to stand out from the crowd and attract the right type of client? I think we all do. I mean, I know I do. So, if so, understanding the concept of positioning is key. Hey guys, my name is Joey Thomas, entrepreneur and small business educator here with 17 Hats. Today we're going to talk about positioning, and I'm going to give you 10 tips to better position yourself in your market. Okay, so first of all, let's define positioning. Positioning is an effort to influence consumer perception of a brand or product relative to the perception of competing brands or products. Its objective is to occupy a very clear and unique position in the consumer's mind. So it's a bit like being a magnet. You either repel or attract your ideal client. And almost 60% of buying decision is made before someone even talks to you. So I'd like to share with you just a few thoughts and ideas on how to position yourself exactly where you'd like to be in the market. First of all, I believe that you shouldn't just look at the market based on what people can afford. You should also look at the market on what people value. For example, the iPhone isn't just purchased in the luxury market, although it's $1,000 phone. Because of how people value the iPhone, it's purchased across almost every market segment. Now, within those segments, people can choose the type of phone, the model, how much space there is, and kind of decide how much they want to spend. But people choose the iPhone because it's branded specifically for those who value Apple products and understand Apple's unique point of view. So, I'm going to give you 10 tips on how to better position yourself. Number 1, identify and personify your ideal client. Who are you able to get the best results for? I want you to be very specific about how your market segment thinks, what they look like, what they feel like, how are they thinking, how do they shop, and the more specific you get, the better you stand out. So think about demographics such as age, location, where they work, how much they make, what their interests are, what their hobbies are, and even their priorities and their values. What are their goals? Now, if once you have all of that written out, that group of people, that specific target person is the type of person who's going to value what you offer. So this is key in understanding where to position yourself in the market. It is going to be specifically for this type of person. All right, so number 2. Once you have this person identified and personified, you want to identify their problems and pain points. I know you guys have heard this before. Now, for this specific audience, what specific problem are you trying to solve? People buy when there is a need. The more desperate they are to fill that need and the more desirable you're offering, the faster they will connect that to you. So now once we help identify the problem, I want you to be the best solution out there for that person. Okay, so number 3, what is your differentiator? What makes you truly unique? Now, I like to ask my mentees, what is your superpower? I want you to highlight the areas of your service or your product that is better than what your competition offers. You know, people only care if you have something that's different, something special, something that's worth the cost of their time, their energy, and their money. So what is that unique differentiator that you have to offer? Okay, so number 4, craft a brand message that speaks to the heart of your target market. I want you to highlight their values and what makes a correlation between what you offer and what they value. For example, I've been to restaurants that market the farm to table concept, right? And the restaurants who do that, they are speaking directly to those who believe in sustainable farming, those who want the freshest possible product and food on their plate, and those who want to help support local vendors. So when they really talk about this the farm to table concept in their messaging, they know exactly who they want to draw, right? And so keep that in mind when you are creating a message. Number 5, position yourself as the expert in your field. Now, how do you do that? Some of the ways to do that is by writing articles, blogs. In your blogs, you can give additional tips to the market you're trying to serve. For example, if you are a makeup artist, you can give tips on how to moisturize your skin or take better care of your hair, or how to properly hydrate your skin to apply your makeup better. There's all kinds of things that you can share on a blog to help your target market. You could do workshops or speaking engagements, maybe some behind the scenes videos on social media, be a guest speaker on podcasts, whatever it might be. If you can deliver value to your audience and educate them so they can fully understand what you offer, you are going to stand out as the expert. And people like to work with experts. All right, number 6, use testimonials from purchasing customers. Testimonials are powerful because people want to know what other people think and feel. It gives them a sense of security. It also creates this air of curiosity about what you're offering. For example, if I am driving by and I see a long line outside of a coffee shop, and I love coffee, if I see a long line outside of a coffee shop, I'm going to be curious enough to want to go check it out, right? So I might, the next time I drive by, I might stop and check it out. Same thing, if people are, let's say, raving about a particular hair salon, I might just make an appointment just to see, hey, what's all the hoopla about, right? So this curiosity is strong enough to make an appointment. So just understand that testimonials serve as social proof, and it's going to strengthen your appeal. People want to know what other people think. Okay, so number 7, focus on one product or service and specialize. We talked about setting yourself up as the expert, but when you specialize in something, you are viewed as the expert in that particular area. See, if someone feels that you're an expert, it actually helps build their confidence and more trust. For example, if I'm looking to, say, better my position in search engines, I will trust companies that specialize in SEO if I'm really willing to spend some money. So who am I going to choose? The company that specializes in SEO only, or the company that does graphic design or web design that also has an SEO option as an add-on? Who am I going to choose? I am going to, especially if I had money to spend, and this is a really important area to me. Remember, as a target client, I value my position on Google searches or wherever it might be. So I'm going to hire a SEO specific company. So specializing something can set you apart by being the expert in your field. Number 8, break the rules once in a while and challenge the norms. You know, for example, I have been shopping suits and tuxes for my upcoming wedding. That's a little insight on what's happening for me. So traditionally, I have to admit, I do like to shop probably more than your average guy. And so I've looked into all kinds of sources. And traditionally, I used to work retail a long time ago for a clothing shop, right? And traditionally, you either rent the tux or you buy a tux off the rack, or you can go get fully measured and custom made from scratch. Now, you know, each one of those have a different price point. Now, in the last decade or so, there are several companies that offer a unique service that'll take suits off the rack and customize them using unique online surveys and algorithms. They will then send it to you and allow you to make changes right from the comfort of your own home. Some will even assign your own personal tailor or cover a portion of the tailoring that you would need done. This gives many people access to better quality fit while maybe saving a little money on a fully custom piece. Now, what can you do in your business or service that breaks the traditional norms and goes above and beyond what most would expect from you? Number 9, get creative and find a new demographic. You can niche down even further and be really specific with the demographic you are going after. For example, if you started a dating site, you can make it specifically for bikers or for athletes. You can make it for farmers. The more you niche down, the more specific your messaging can be. And the more specific your messaging, the easier people will be able to find you and connect with you. And number 10, this to me is one of my favorites because it is the easiest way to immediately establish a position in the market. Price yourself appropriately for the segment that you are targeting. Now, I'm not telling you to willy-nilly go and just price yourself as a luxury product. You have to have some other things that align your services. You have to believe your services are top notch. You have to put the work into it. Your branding has to be on point. The communication, what you offer has to be, you have to know that it's better than most because you don't want to be dishonest or inauthentic about positioning yourself in a better segment of the market. So, but pricing, proper pricing is the easiest way to position yourself. Each segment of the market, depending on what they value, will expect a certain range of pricing. And you know what? They equate that with quality. If the pricing is too low for your target market, it creates a little bit of confusion and it really doesn't build a lot of trust. Now, I love going and finding myself a nice new restaurant. I'm a bit of a foodie and I love finding great restaurants, great places to go hang out, eat. And you know what? And based on the money I'm willing to spend, there's a certain level of expectations that I have. For example, if I'm taking my special person out to a 5-star restaurant, let's say I go, I'm dressed up in a nice black suit, I valeted my car, I was greeted at the door by the chef, I got seated, candle lit, right? And I'm mentally preparing myself to spend a pretty penny on my meal. Now, the menu comes out. And I'm looking at the menu and I'm looking at the wine list, and the wines by a glass are $3 and it's not even happy hour. And then the menu comes out and the prime New York strip steak is $15. Wait a minute. I just valeted my car. I thought this is a 5-star restaurant. I was greeted at the door by the chef. Why are the prices so low? So what's wrong with this picture? I'm going to start wondering if there's something wrong. Is this old wine? What's going on? If the steak is really what they say it is, am I being duped here? So see, it creates more questions than confidence when you're not priced where you need to be priced, especially if that's your messaging. So if your messaging is for quality and you're talking about luxury and a custom product or a service that's above and beyond the rest, just know that your price will help people align all of that and it will instill confidence. Now, same thing. All of us at some point maybe have gone shopping for a car. If I'm looking for a luxury brand car and I find a new brand of a luxury dealer and I walk in and it's about $15,000, something doesn't feel quite right. I'm looking for a luxury car, and I know that I'm going to spend somewhere in the 45 to 65, 75 range. looking for a type of car. Let's say it's a Mercedes or a Lexus or a BMW. And then this new brand is selling them, calling them luxury and selling them for 15,000. Something isn't quite right. So, and our audience, guys, they're pretty smart. They know that many times quality and price go hand in hand, and there's such a thing as it might be too good to be true. So remember to price yourself so that it speaks directly to your target audience. This is vital in positioning your brand. So guys, positioning is what's going to set you apart from your competitors. And in your field, it creates this unique perception of who you are and what you offer to your buyers. If you don't position yourself correctly, you'll end up just competing on price, and that is the fastest way to the bottom. So I want you to know exactly who you're speaking to and know the language that your audience speaks. Now, to conclude here, I have a few thoughts. When you start brainstorming and writing down some ideas, I have a few thoughts for you to think about, a few questions to ask yourself, and go ahead and write these down. Okay. Do you want to be the affordable option or the one that people have to pay for? Are you more or less experienced than others? What do your current clients say about you? What personality traits would you like to be known for? What feelings do you want to evoke in your potential buyers? And how do you want your current clients to remember you after you've worked with them? So guys, I hope that some of these thoughts have sparked this new ideas, this new excitement and motivation about positioning yourself better in the market. Please use the comments if you have any thoughts or questions about this particular area. If you like this video, please remember to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you guys. Again, my name is Joey. I'll be back with many more videos like this. Till next time. See you guys.